So lovely, today I want to talk about yourself. Because on many occasions I've heard people saying, well, it's high time I started treating other people better. It's high time I started making them feel at their best. Which is not actually a bad thing to do. But then why don't we start talking about you? Why don't we start treating you better? Because there is no way you can treat other people better if you haven't learned how to treat yourself better. So today we're going to be talking about that. But before we proceed, I would like to ask you two important questions in which you would have to answer, not directly to me but to yourself. And they are: number one, how much more do you treat yourself better? Number two, how much premium have you placed on your life? Got it? Good. So as I said, we have to treat ourselves better before we can start treating other people better. Because it's only when we've learned to treat ourselves better we can be able to gain self-worth, we can be able to gain success and establishment, And if you're not able to treat yourself better, then trust me, you're going to fail. I am sorry, but I am going to say that again. If you do not know how to treat yourself better, you're going to fail again and again. So how should you treat yourself better? How should you treat yourself better? Number one, you should always appreciate or celebrate your little achievements. Some people always have eyes for other people's achievements. Oh yes, he made it to that college. Oh yes, he had the job. Oh yes, he's married, she's married. What about you? What have you got to say about yourself? And that is very important. For everything you do, for everything you're able to achieve is very important in your life. It doesn't have to be big. But once you have accomplished it, yes, you have to celebrate it. You passed the test. Oh yes, okay, I made it. Celebrate yourself. You have to do that all the time. Stop looking at other people's work. Start concentrating on yourself. Start building yourself. You're not living for other people. They're not living for you. You're living for yourself. They are living for themselves. So always celebrate your little achievements. That is number one. Number two, put your passions first. People don't even know what they love. People don't even know what they're passionate about. And at some point you would see that they are only limited to few things, and which is not a good thing for yourself. Sometimes I hear people saying, quote and unquote, as we say in Creole, well, I'll for do, we no day. What does that mean? Well, I didn't know with this lady because we no day. What does that mean? Do you love her? Do you want to settle with her? If the question is no, leave. If the question is no, do not take it too far. But some people, they are only bent on the little things, Hey, well, I'm not able to do that. Who told you that you can't do it? You can't do it. It's just because sometimes you're so narrow-minded, you're always longing, wishing to be like others. That is why sometimes you're not growing. I have to be honest with you. People are like that. Most people are like that. They don't like concentrating on themselves, seeing their worth, seeing their capabilities. They're always there looking at other people. And it's not a magic. It's not because they are more blessed than you that they are making it to the top. No. It's because they're concentrating on themselves. They're working hard. And you have to do the same. You always have to do the same. You've got to know what you want to do, what you want in your life. Sometimes people go for things just because others have told them to do that, and which is super wrong. And at the end of the day, you are going to suffer the consequences. Not the people who told you, but you yourself have to tell you what you want to be. They don't have to. They don't have to decide for you. You have to decide for yourself. Yes, it's okay to allow people to give you some advice. Yes, it's okay to have mentors. But do not let them take the lead in your life. Do not always sit there hoping for them to direct you on things you are ought to do for yourself. I remember almost in my second year at the Furubay College reading mass communication, I was invited to major in all its categories: print, broadcast, and public relations. But then I chose to go to the print media. And people were like saying, why would you do that? I mean, there's no much in that aspect, The print media cannot offer much. And I was like, what do you mean? People were like, choose broadcast media instead. I mean, you could be a good broadcaster. Others were saying, go for the public relations. There is more to achieve in that. Even my parents said that to me. And at some point I had to tell them, I said, that is not what I want. I want to be in the print media because that is my passion. I want to write better. I want to speak better. At the end of the day, I was super excited being there. Super excited because people always, have these thoughts that when you're a journalist, you don't reap much out of it. Journalists will never make it. They will never be successful. They're always there and there finding new stories. And I was like, okay, let me tell you something. To be successful does not lie in some particular field. It lies in you. What you're capable to offer. How different you are. How best you're good at it. There, doing my thing, learning my thing. And some of my friends were like, quote and unquote, but I don't even know what you do not point. That side did not fit you. If I don't go broadcast, I can't do PR. And as I always say, it's what I want to do. It's what I am passionate about. Even some of my lecturers were saying the same thing. You have so much potential. You could be, a good broadcaster. And I was like, okay, but it's what I want to do. So yes, that was how it was, for me. And yes, I happened to be the only lady in the print media class. The rest were guys. And I didn't mind. At the end of the day, I came out with a first class degree. Yes, I did. I came out with one of the best results. So if I had gone to, let's say, the broadcast media, probably I wouldn't have excelled that much because I wasn't passionate about it. So this is just a lesson to tell you that sometimes, yes, it's always good to listen to people when they advise you, but do not let them decide for you. Do not let people tell you what to do. You have yourself. You know what you want. You are in your own shoes, for goodness sake. You know what you want to become. You know how your journey is. Nobody has to tell you that. So that is number 2. If you want to treat yourself better, you've got to put your passions first. Know what you want and deal with them in the right way. Respect them, work towards them. Say, oh yes, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a movie star. And then all what you do is to relax and then wait for God to make you that person. No, you have to work towards it. God says, I help those who help themselves. God is not going to come down from heaven and then start leading you where to go. Take up the challenge. Pray to God for His guidance. But you have got to do the work. It's never an easy thing. You've got to leave your comfort zone in order for you to be successful. You've got to do that. So yeah, that is number 2. And the last one is stop trying to be perfect. You know, I've said this over and over again. Perfection does not exist. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but it doesn't. So if you are trying to be perfect, then you're wasting your time. And you can never be able to be successful. No. And I mean it. Stop trying to be perfect. Oh yes, I want to be, the best at this. I want to make sure that when people see me, they would say, yeah, you did well and I want to be like you. Okay, that's fine. But then do not bend on that. What you've got to do instead is to work hard. Try to be all worked up. Oh no, this is not right. Okay, fine. I'll start when everything is perfect. I'll start when everything is in the wrong direction. Stop torturing yourself. Because that is torture to the highest degree. How can you stop yourself from becoming that person you are meant to become just because something isn't right? Everything is not going to be right. You must fail. You must feel miserable. You must feel like a loser before you can actually start to succeed. Is a very big obstacle in most people's lives, and they don't even realize it. Just be yourself. There's so much in that than trying to be perfect. Yes, trust me. It is those imperfections that make you who you are. You see those people that are successful today? It's not because they are perfect, because they're human. Because they have flaws. What they did is to try to bring out the best out of those flaws. And that is what you should try to concentrate on. So lovelies, these are the ways to start to treat yourself better. Learn to appreciate and celebrate your achievement, no matter how little or big. Second, put your passions first. And lastly, stop trying to be perfect. If you do all of these things, trust me, then you will start to feel good about yourself. Then you can go ahead and start treating other people. Again, my beautiful people, I hope you've learned from this session, and I am looking forward to seeing a better you. So for more questions, for more inquiries, please contact me on the following numbers below. Thank you very much. I am your girl, Enila Bote Conte, and until next time, be good to yourself, always.